Some strikes in MMA are so brutal that even the most loyal fans argue whether they should be legal at all. And when you see what happened in this fight, you'll understand exactly why. On that night, the entire arena, from the people sitting in the front row to the commentators pressed against the cage wall, fell into a stunned silence. What unfolded inside the octagon felt less like a sporting contest and more like a collision of two completely different worlds. On one side stood Arman Tsarukyan, the young Armenian phenom who had been tearing through the lightweight division with a mix of relentless wrestling, sharp boxing, and an almost reckless belief in his own ability to control chaos. Across from him towered Joel Alvarez, the tall, narrow-framed Spanish submission specialist whose limbs seemed impossibly long, like they were built for one purpose: to wrap around opponents and squeeze the life out of them. And from the opening bell, Arman flipped the switch. He burst forward with a pace most fighters wouldn't dare to use, even in training. One takedown, then another. Each time Alvarez tried to create space or set up one of his long-limbed traps, Tsarukyan smothered him. It looked less like a fight and more like a man being pinned under an avalanche. Arman controlled the wrists, the hips, the breathing. He broke the rhythm, the posture, the confidence. Alvarez could not get anything going. But then everything changed in a single, horrifying instant. From top position, Arman postured up and unleashed a slicing elbow. Clean, sharp, and perfectly timed. The point of the elbow collided with Alvarez's face, and the reaction was immediate. Skin split open like fragile paper. A river of blood poured out, bright red and shocking against the white canvas. Even the commentators stuttered mid-sentence. Alvarez froze for a moment, blinking rapidly, as if his brain was trying to rebuild reality after it shattered. This wasn't just a cut. This was the kind of gash that changes the entire atmosphere of a fight. During the break, the cut man rushed in, working with frantic precision, wiping blood, applying pressure, coating the wound with thick layers of Vaseline. But everyone knew the truth. This was not something that could be patched up. At best, it was a temporary delay. At worst, it was a countdown. The second round began, and the inevitable happened almost immediately. Arman shot in, lifted Alvarez, and slammed him back into the mat with the ease of a man picking up a coat off a hook. The pressure returned instantly, suffocating and absolute. And with just a few seconds of ground control, the wound burst open again, blood spilling down Alvarez's face, his chest, the canvas beneath him. He tried to wipe it away, but it was useless. He could barely see. Tsarukyan, cold and calculated, continued the assault, landing precise strikes that shook Alvarez with every impact. There was no choice left for the referee. After another heavy barrage, the official jumped in, waving his arms and pulling Arman off the blood-soaked Spaniard.